Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gennaro Danna from Legnano near Milan, Italy, and today I will show you a presentation I gave during the last November ESNR ESMR on ESNR ESMRMB advanced course in imaging techniques in neuroradiology. The topic of this module was artificial intelligence, and I made a quick look on LLMs and ChatGPT in neuroradiology, a topic that is really relevant. I am aware that my presentation is now outdated, but I also think that is useful to have a first look on this technology and also as a repository to understand how fast this technology will go on. So please let me know after viewing this video what do you think about. I am open to your comment here or on my social media channels. So here we are ready to start this presentation with this title, ChatGPT and Neuroradiology. Just an instruction for everyone. You can get the list of all references at the end of the lecture, so don't need to pause the presentation and the video. Don't worry, in the final slide you will have a QR code that link to a PDF with all the references. This is my outline. We will talk about perspectives, the transformers, ChatGPT, GPT-4 and around, testing the LLMs, usability, multimodality, risk, and finally take-home messages. As usually, I start with perspective. Things can change so fast on the internet. This is a really an important quote by this guy. This guy invented the internet, Tim Berners-Lee. This is true for internet. This is even more true for LLMs because in a couple of months, things changed in a very dramatic way. These are my sources about LLMs starting to think to do this presentation. Do Android Dream of Electric Ships? From Philip Dick, Terminator, Alien, Star Wars, and finally Microsoft Office 97. The last one could be so strange for you, but don't worry, in the end of this presentation, I'm sure you will agree with me. About the history of AI, it's very important to explore the journey of artificial intelligence, and this picture from this wonderful paper is really insightful. We started in the middle of the 90s with the enigma broken with AI, and now we are in a decade of the GPT models and LLMs. And I would like to continue to talk with you about some examples in history of computer talking or robot talking. We have R2-D2 or C3PO about from Star Wars saga, the good ones, but we also have Terminator and Skynet, they are not so good ones. Also Roy Batty, and evil or not, maybe, who knows. And finally, the engineer Ash and David from Alien Sega. But and now try to ask what is this LLM, large language model? What is this? I asked it directly to an LLM. GPT-4 prompt, I say, hello, what are you? GPT-4 answer, hello, I am an AI developed by OpenAI, designed to interact with you in natural language. I can assist you with a wide range of tasks, including answering questions, providing explanation, blah, 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 blah. So this is a specific action of AI to generate document to generate text. The evolution of this specific AI, it's a sort of evolutionary tree, like this picture really explained, that started from a common root and then, like a tree, diverged in multiple ways. What is look like? Look like in a very similar fashion to the human evolutionary tree. We are really comparing AI and the human, but it's really, really similar. And if you want to remember the evolution of the human race, you can rewatch this wonderful video of this fantastic song of Fatboy Slim right here, right now on YouTube. And talking about the growing of LLM, the development started decades ago, but now we have a huge increase of the publishing on it. I took some data from this wonderful paper of last year, very, very important. I really suggest to you to read it a lot of time because it's very dense and is very effective. We can see that the increase of publishing on LLM had a great peak in the last year, and I would like to show you other data that I took by myself. This is some data from PubMed. We can see that in 2023 we go over 1,000 alpha in the last year, and this is a search about ChatGPT. But what about LLM? We see the same data with the last year, with a wonderful peak about the published paper on this topic. But now we noted that ChatGPT, GPT-4, the final T is transformer. But what is transformer? First time I noted this word transformer, my idea is, oh yeah, transformers is this one. Then I was disappointed that it's not this one, but it's this one. Oh, not so fun like the other on the left, but it's really, really important because this is a model of a simple transformer. We have a text input, a sentence or a paragraph that must be tokenized. Tokenized means split into smaller units for further processing. These tokens are then encoded numerically and transformed into embeddings. And so on, so on, so on. All that task will produce a response by the transformer to our previous question, or as an answer to a sentence we we put into the transformer. It's important some key concept of LLMs that we have: the tokenization, the splitting into smaller unit, and then embedding to evaluate. Then we have the attention mechanism. Finally, in this way, we have a pre-training that execute all the action. Finally, the fine-tuning to be sure that everything we want is related to the topic, the answer we want, and after the answer of the LLM, we have also the reinforcement learning. This concept is really important because the LLM continue to learn every time we put an input. And this is very important, and this is also really crucial about some limits and some warning to use LLM in some ways. We will see further later. Another key concept inside the study of LLMs is the dataset inside, and we switched in the year from the very large and very general dataset to smaller ones, but more effective. So it's important to note that not the larger dataset is better than a smaller dataset, but more effective to the topic we would like to operate into. But switching from LLMs and going to ChatGPT, what is this? And another time I asked to him, hello, what are you? Another time we noted the same answer, but in this time I asked again, please describe yourself. I am an artificial intelligence language model created by OpenAI based on GPT-4. I have the ability to understanding and generating natural language tests, responding to prompts, and assisting with various tasks such as writing, tutoring, information gathering, and blah, 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 and so on. And also we have the interaction with Dolly to create picture from the text. The update is now on April 2023. In the months ago, some months ago, we have a limit on September 2021. So ChatGPT increased its time limit. So, and it's really important because in the first version of GPT-4, GPT-4 didn't know about GPT-4, but now it recognized itself. And talking about ChatGPT, about the history, I asked to him to describe its history, and as you know, the history could be really brief about OpenAI, but it's important to highlight that the last months are very, very, very crucial about this development. And talking about the evolution of LLM by OpenAI, GPT-4, the last one is characterized by the purple logo. It's very interesting, this commentary by Christian Blungen, that is also an author of a previous paper, and you will see again in this presentation. Maybe you note this title sounds interesting and already known. Does the GPT-4 dream of counting electric nodule? Very, very interesting, and it's really linked with the novel by Dick. And the importance of this commentary that I really suggest to you, that is that a substantial part of GPT success lies into a alignment process which guides output with the help of a reward model that was trained on human feedback. The human feedback, the reinforced feedback. It's important that it continue to require the right instruction, and that is a committed fallacy to anthropomorphize LLMs like ChatGPT and assume an understanding that in the end doesn't exist. And reading this wonderful commentary, I remember in my head this wonderful song by Vangelis, the end titles of Blade Runner movie, and also the marvelous speech by Roy Batty, I have seen things you people wouldn't believe. But we have only ChatGPT. I talked about ChatGPT on the title because it's the most famous, but going back to our evolutionary tree, we see a lot of LLMs and we already have many surprises that are developing. We have Llama from Meta, or Bard from Google, and so on, so on, so on. And just to make another example is the MedPalm 2, that is a LLM specifically designed for medical questions. And is really interesting, and we have to be aware that LLMs will be quickly part of our tools in radiology and medicine. One important thing that we have to master is the prompt tuning, because we can ask ChatGPT or another LLM, please tell me about the diagnosis of lung nodule. Really, really general, not so good. And remember, all the advertising power is nothing without control, because we can have a lot of example, like in this case, that we have several type of prompting to help the LLM to give us the correct answer, or better, the answer we want from LLM. The prompts are often sequences constructed from natural language, but can also be other type of structured information. And the prompt syntax and semantic content have a significant impact on the output of LLM. And I'm sorry, but in my presentation, I only want Naples shirt. Going on prompting, I will show you some examples that are very useful, and that can be useful, important also in have the output we want to have from LLM. But one important thing to always have to be exactly in our head is the dark side of LLMs, hallucination. What is this? A generated text that is incorrect, nonsensical, or detached from reality. The hallucination that can be headed or caused by errors or biases in the training data. And it's really important, because almost every LLM we are working on are a sort of a black box. We don't know the trained data set. We can have biases in the training data, lack of common sense, understanding of the word, or limitation in the model. Mitigating hallucination in the LLM is one of the most important things to develop for this technology, and the use of more accurate and less biased training data is really helpful, and incorporate common sense knowledge into the model is another important thing to do. And also it's important to have as most as we can open training data set, or at least less biased. This is really, really important. And it's important also, and it's already highlighted in literature with this important paper on radiology by Yakin Shan, that is that ChatGPT can produce semi-credible but incorrect responses. And it's really important to always have a second watch on what ChatGPT and LLM produced. So until now, I will talk what is LLM, what can create, but it's useful for what? I asked another time on GPT-4, and this is a list of everything can do GPT-4. So trying to make a filter on this and to adapt it on the medical condition and radiological condition, we can generate papers, report generation, report summarization, and try to answer questions. Regarding writing papers is one of the most interesting and most quick thing we can do. It's already studied, and the future of a medical writing could be really the future, but also the present. And this is a paper that is generated completely from ChatGPT. It's very interesting to read, and also the conversation caused by this paper with a commentary by Felipe Kitamura and a lot of letters to the editor. I would like to highlight to you that Radiology created a section on its website about ChatGPT and LLMs. And regarding the evaluation of LLMs, are they capable to be effective, and can we trust the LLMs? We noted that passed the medical examinations, then the performance of ChatGPT on a radiology board style examination that nearly passed a radiology board style examination without images, and this result open a lot of things about LLMs. And that paper also created another type of conversation about that it could be the time to change the way we teach and we test radiology residents. Also here, a commentary on radiology and some letters to the editor. GPT-4 did better because while ChatGPT nearly passed the radiology board examination, GPT-4 had a greater success compared to ChatGPT, and I'm happy to anticipate to you that we submitted the paper about the performance of LLMs with the European courses in Neuroradiology for the European Diploma in Neuroradiology, the European Diploma in Pediatric Neuroradiology, and the European Diploma in Head and Neck Radiology. We tested ChatGPT, GPT-4, and Google Bard, and the results compared with the general results of the examinees at the time of these examinations. I cannot show you the results, but I can anticipate that GPT-4 performed very well. Not so good from Google Bard and ChatGPT. When I cite ChatGPT, I'm talking about ChatGPT 3.5, the previous version of ChatGPT compared to GPT-4. This is one of an example of the questions we did. This is really, really simple. We had several questions with more difficult questions in these examinations. Another important things are the guidelines created by Radiology for publishing with LLMs. Radiology isn't against the use of LLMs, but created these guidelines that are really, really useful. On the first point, AI cannot qualify as authors on academic papers. You maybe could say, why? Is this really important? Is this really so important to be cited as the first point? Yes, because in some papers in the last year, some authors put ChatGPT as author on their paper. We can do it at least with radiology papers. Authors are required to disclose the use of AI. You can use AI, just disclose. Authors must transparently report the use of such tools and include details regarding the name and the version of AI tool. We must know when reading a paper if that paper is generated in part or totally with AI and with which AI tool, which LLM tool. Author bear full responsibility for any content. If you write a thing, it's your responsibility of that thing. Not you can say, oh, but ChatGPT wrote this. No, it's not. It's not true. The responsibility is yours. Content and images created by AI are discouraged, and is very true regarding radiology. And the most important thing that the confidentiality of the peer review process must be maintained. So reviewers should not use AI tools in a way that breaches this confidentiality. You cannot put a manuscript, a draft document that is under review process into an LLM, because doing it breach the confidentiality also regarding the reinforced feedback. So a published paper, yes. A paper in review process, no. Another thing that where LLM can help us, helping in clinical decision could be any interesting tool as a tool for imaging test referral. This is an interesting paper on this topic. Also into translation of our report. This is a thing that I don't like so much, because we have the responsibility of our report. I want that patient ask to me about my report. I want that I want to talk with the patient regarding his condition, her condition. So please don't delegate to an AI, to an LLM, the responsibility of this part of our role as physician over than radiologists or neuroradiologists. Also, talking about translation, and I would like to cite this paper because in this case, author disclosed that the title was generated by ChatGPT, that the ChatGPT makes medicine easy to swallow. This is a case study or a simplification of radiology report. But talking about the future of ChatGPT and LLM, we are already on the next step, the multimodal. No more just text or no more just picture, but text and pictures. This is a very crucial change that will appear in a very short period. So we can also have a GPT-4V with the DO of LLMs. With also we have this paper about the preliminary exploration with GPT-4V as vision. This paper is really general with several type of picture drawings, but they also try to evaluate X-ray images or CT scan. But also in this case, Christian Blürgen noted that the almost correct is different from correct in medicine. But in the end, are we sure we could trust this technology about GPT-4 vision? I tried with a couple of pictures. In that case, we had a metastasis on cervical spine. I tried to ask him, and I noted that it wasn't not so confident to explain this picture in that way. And also I tried to ask, I tried again and again, but it does not work. I already tried another time, but in that case didn't work. And also I would like to figure this behavior like C3PO, really a robot that, I don't know, it's not my type of work, so I didn't work. In that case, in this second case, we see that the evaluation has been better, also over the side, but it's not a problem at all. We are also, we already talked about almost correct is different from correct, but in this case, it was quite good and useful for the suggestion. So in that case, I would like to label this behavior like R2T2, but trying to calm the situation, are we ready to be switched on our work or be replaced on our work by AI? Please calm the situation. Attention is not all you need. I remember that the paper, the title of the paper, where is explaining the function of transformer is attention is all you need. In that case, trying to calm the situation, the title is attention is not all you need. In this wonderful personal view of this paper, the LLM represents nothing more than the model extensive statistical knowledge of which words have preceded other in text that it has previously seen. So it's not like an intelligence, but a statistical model, an evoluted statistical model, but it's always a statistical model, not intelligence. Also, the role of AI system is to augment human intelligence and to assist, not to replace. And going to conclusion, the risk of the use of LLM that we have the LLM are highly sensitive to bias embedded with the training data, and we often, almost always, we don't know the training data. We have to pay attention to critical and sensitive contents, and other things. There is no regulation at the moment, so it's really important to highlight, and please pay attention also to the privacy of the patient. And going to the conclusion, I would like to show you the worst AI ever, and probably many users of Microsoft Office 97 for sure remember this one. This is Clippy. Everyone experienced the use of Clippy, how was pervasive. I'm sure that will agree with me that Clippy was really the worst AI ever, I'm sure. So my take-home message is that LLM needs a lot of implementation studies. The potential is really huge. Don't let the fear of LLMs stop your curiosity, and be cautious on hallucination, and let's wait for regulation. If you want to read more about LLMs, you can take this, you can short this QR code to link to a PDF about all the paper I cited in this presentation. So this is the end of my presentation. As I talked before,
I'm open to your feedback. Moreover, I would like to have your comments also on my Macronic English. Please let me know on the comments here or on my YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye!